What's up guys, Paul here, and in today's video I want to share with you a few tips that I learned from using Lovable AI in the past few weeks. For context, I have been developing a SaaS application called Estimate. I found mainly two things to work really well in order to solve these errors efficiently and not basically let Lovable hallucinate that much. And I'm going to present them to you right now. First of all, this is the app that I've been talking about. It's called Estimate. And for context, I wanted to fix an error, which was like whenever the user submits this request, I wanted a loading bar, a loading screen to appear here. And basically what this does is it triggers an automation in make.com that creates those estimations and it sends them back here in the estimate dashboard. And I wanted that loading bar to be exactly from 0% to 100% when that specific file entered my estimates dashboard here. It was a hassle. I used a lot of tokens on how to use these credits. I used a lot of credits. As you can see, I'm on a pro plan. I used around 95 credits the last month, only on just a few tiny errors, which is really bad in my opinion. But okay, so if we are looking a bit in the past with my conversation with Lovable, we can see here that I say really good almost there. I see that the landing process that takes a while. I explain him that it doesn't work and what the actual update that he did does, if that makes any sense, which is pretty wrong as I found out. Because what is more accurate is you have to think about exactly the action that you want your app to take. So for example, I wanted to finish this loading bar screen to 100% when that estimation came into this page. So I gave him more specific guidance. You have to watch every 5 seconds for new estimations, and you have to watch for estimations that match the same day of when the user pressed that submit request button. Okay. And to match that client's name to the clients that we have selected here when we submitted the request. So you have to give him some guidance, some filters in order to make all of these actions accurate. That is one information. And then I found out that it's very useful to go into chat mode and just tell Lovable, explain to me in detail, step by step, what happens from point A to point B. So for example, here, from the point the user presses the approve proposal button and send proposal button, which are these buttons here. But the main thing is that you have to let Lovable explain to you step by step, analyze its code and explain to you step by step how a specific action is taking place and how he thought about doing it. So you can see here that the approve proposal button flow, it's in 6 steps and the send proposal button is in another 7 steps. And he's going to explain to you all of those steps in a pretty large amount of detail. If you do not know how to code, me included, by the way, you might not understand some of the things and facts that he is going to show you here in the chat. So what you're going to do is use ChatGPT. Now, for this, I encourage you to go to ChatGPT and just go to the dictate mode and just explain to him a bit of context for what you're building, that you are using Lovable AI, and what you are trying to fix or what you're trying to implement with Lovable. Then you are going to input whatever Lovable gave you when you talk to him about, okay, explain to me how this works from A to Z, so that ChatGPT can understand too a bit the context of that work. And then it's going to tell you if that looks good, if there is something wrong with it or areas of improvement. And you can also ask ChatGPT to give you further clarification, which is very good because here for every chat in Lovable AI, you are going to actually spend a credit and don't really want that. So rather than spending credits to make Lovable explain to you everything in detail of what he did, you are going to spend 1 credit to explain to you once. And then you're going to get that explanation. You are going to feed it into ChatGPT to make him understand it. And then you are going to use ChatGPT further to get clarification and get ideas and iterate further. And also another really cool tip is when you try to create a new project in Lovable, There is this site, which is really cool, from fido.com, AI product requirements document generator. So basically PRD generator, which basically creates you a pretty detailed prompt for Lovable AI on how to build a specific application. But this prompt is really well structured for applications like Lovable. So you are going to fit into this box in-depth explanation of the idea of the app, what problems does it solve, who's the target audience, and to list all of the features of your product. Again, I advise you to go on ChatGPT or Claude or whatever AI and just go on dictate mode and dump your ideas to ChatGPT and tell him to basically give you answers for all of these questions right here. Input them here, get the prompt, go to Lovable, input the prompt, and he's going to give you a really impressively good first MVP from one single prompt. Let me actually show you a recent project that I did and what it spit out in one prompt, which is absolutely crazy. Okay, so this is an app for basically a music dashboard that helps me follow up for some emails. It is a bit more complicated than that, but it's like an app that emulates, let's say, Instantly AI if you use that application, and Gmail. And you have to track a lot of the responses, the open rate, whatever, a lot of stats. From one prompt, it gave me a cool dashboard with dummy data, with cool illustrations, cool boards, quick actions, recent contacts, then a contact page with tags, filters, campaign page with response rates, with all of that data, analytics page. Look at these figures, it's insane, and an inbox in one single prompt. So this is why I'm telling you this app is really, really powerful, because if you are pretty exact with what you want to build and you are using this app, basically this web page, to get a very good prompt, you're going to get a very good MVP result from one single credit use, which is crazy. It's free actually, because you have 5 credits each day for free with Lovable AI. So yeah, these have been the tips that I came up with today, and that I saw that really solved some of the bigger pain points that I had and I see other people have when using Lovable AI. I hope this helped. And if you have any other questions or suggestions, put them down below in the comments. I'm going to read them and I'm going to listen to you and maybe help you if I can. See you on the next one.